But I would have been like, nigga, fuck you.
Right, because it's your father.
It's my daddy, nigga, fuck you.
It began with a bold declaration by Boosie. Baz, a figure known as much for his fierce loyalty as for his unpredictable stances. Boosie Badazz, who had long been a staunch supporter of Big Meech, stepped forward with an offer that, on the surface, appeared to be a magnanimous gesture.
Like I told y'all before, man, people pick and choose who they want to put their snitch allegations on. It's all about politics.
He announced that he was willing to perform for free at Big Meech's Welcome Back concert, a public display of solidarity that was meant to underline his commitment to his friend and mentor. However, Boosie's words were far from benign. During a candid interview with Vlad TV, he ventured further than mere support. With his trademark unfiltered candor, he urged Lil Meech, the son of Big Meech, to confront 50 Cent over a slew of disparaging comments that had been directed at his father.
Assuming that you were doing it for free?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming everyone else was doing it for free also.
I'm pretty, I mean,
yeah.
You charge a nigga to come home from jail,
Boosie's suggestion was not merely a casual remark, it was a rallying cry for Lil Meech to stand up and defend his family's honor. In the volatile atmosphere of the rap world, such a statement was like striking a match in a room full of gasoline. The reaction was swift and merciless. 50 Cent, a titan whose reputation for swift retaliation was well established, did not take Boosie's comments lightly. Within hours, he responded with a series of scorching disses that not only targeted Boosie, but also sent a clear message to anyone who might consider challenging his authority.
And said Lil Meech should tell 50 off for his comments about his pops.
I mean, Meech, bro, I don't know. Lil Meech, I ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, my response, bro, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, that's my daddy. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Nigga, let's go to war, nigga, fuck you. And everything you, nigga, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on some. Nigga, that's my paw, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Is it my son, nigga? My nigga ain't gonna go against this grain. Fuck that. I was like, damn, like, seemed like him and 50 got a. Cause after that then came out how Meech was talking all. Like, no, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm with my dad, nigga,
Social media channels exploded with his posts. Video clips of his fiery responses quickly went viral. In his retorts, 50 Cent reminded the world of the loyalty he had shown to Lil Meech, emphasizing his pivotal role in changing the young man's life for the better. His words, dripping with both disdain and a protective fervor, underscored the gravity of what he perceived as a betrayal that cut deep because it involved family, mentorship, and the integrity of the rap community, caught in the mire. Crossfire was Lil Meech himself, a young man torn between two influential figures in his life. On one side was his biological father, Big Meech, a man whose legacy in the rap world was as complicated as it was formidable. On the other was 50 Cent, the mentor who had taken Lil Meech under his wing, guiding him through the turbulent waters of fame and fortune. The young rapper found himself in an impossible position. With his father's honor at stake on one hand and the protective, almost paternal concern of 50 Cent on the other, Lil Meech was forced into a delicate balancing act. Every word he spoke, every move he made was analyzed and critiqued by an audience that was eager for the next explosive chapter in this unfolding drama. The tension between the two camps only deepened as the story evolved. In a series of Instagram messages and public posts, Lil Meech expressed his frustration and confusion. He recounted how he had once been in awe of 50 Cent's mentorship, a guiding light during some of his most challenging moments. Yet the very same 50 Cent, who had been a rock in his life, now appeared to be flexing his power in a way that made Lil Meech feel exposed and vulnerable. The young rapper's dilemma was palpable, torn between gratitude for the support he had received and the need to assert his own identity in an industry that often conflated loyalty with weakness. As the feud escalated, social media became the battleground where allegiances were declared and loyalties tested. Fans from all sides weighed in, with many questioning Boosie Badazz's decision to spur Lil Meech into confrontation. In a realm where respect and reputation are everything, Boosie's comments about Lil Meech standing up to 50 Cent were seen by some as a reckless provocation. The internet, with its unyielding spotlight on every misstep, quickly turned its critical gaze on him. Many argued that Boosie had not only picked the wrong fight, but had also inadvertently aligned himself with a figure whose reputation was, at best, divisive. Accusations of snitching began to surface, a term that carried a heavy stigma in the streets and in the world of rap, where loyalty is often the currency of success. Yet, amidst all the back and forth, another layer of the drama began to reveal itself. The feud was not isolated to just Boosie Badazz and 50 Cent. It soon expanded to involve other heavyweights in the industry. Figures like Rick Ross and T.I. found themselves drawn into the conflict, each with their own histories and personal vendettas that added fuel to the fire. For instance, Rick Ross, known for his own storied history with beefs and alliances, was implicated when Lil Meech referenced a recent financial transaction between his father and Rick Ross, a gesture that was meant to be pragmatic but was interpreted as a slight by some. It was a reminder that, in this world, even money exchanged for support could be weaponized into another point of contention. 50 Cent, in his characteristic fashion, did not let these complexities go unchallenged. With a series of pointed Instagram posts, he not only defended his legacy as a mentor, but also subtly mocked those who dared to question his decisions. One post in particular, laden with biting sarcasm, took aim at the idea of Lil Meech's emerging independence, suggesting that any sign of defiance or selective loyalty would be met with swift retribution. His words resonated with many who had followed his career, serving as a stark reminder that in the rap game, allegiances are fragile, and respect is earned through unwavering loyalty. In the midst of these high-profile exchanges, a deeper narrative began to take shape. It was a story about the often blurry lines between mentorship and family, between loyalty and independence. For Lil Meech, every public exchange was a reminder of the heavy expectations placed upon him, not just as the son of a legendary figure, but also as a protege of one of the most influential artists of his time. His life was being refracted through the lenses of both his father's turbulent past and his mentor's larger-than-life persona. Every tweet, every post, was dissected by fans and critics alike, who saw in his struggles a microcosm of the broader challenges facing the rap community. As the feud raged on, the internet buzzed with theories and speculations. Was Boosie Badazz simply playing politics, leveraging the situation to cement his own status in the industry? Or was he genuinely acting out of a desire to protect a friend, regardless of the personal risks involved? And what of Lil Meech? Was he merely a pawn caught in the crossfire of more seasoned players, or would he eventually emerge as a defining voice for his generation? The questions were endless, and each new development only added to the intrigue. Beneath the public spectacle, there was an unmistakable undercurrent of personal history and painful memories. 50 Cent's words carried the weight of past betrayals and hard-won lessons. In his many posts and public statements, he recalled times when his loyalty had been tested, moments when he had risked everything to stand by those he believed in. For him, this was not just about saving face. It was about preserving a legacy of mentorship and honor that he had painstakingly built over the years. The intensity of his reaction was a testament to the deep, personal scars left by betrayals he had suffered in the past. In his mind, any hint of disloyalty was unacceptable, especially when it involved someone he had invested so much in. Yet for Lil Meech, the situation was both bewildering and disheartening. He had grown up in an environment where loyalty was not just an expectation, but a survival mechanism. The conflicting demands from his father and his mentor left him in a state of constant internal conflict. On one hand, he cherished the support and guidance he had received from 50 Cent, who had seemingly opened doors for him that he never knew existed. On the other hand, the public spat and the bitter exchanges cast a long shadow over his own ambitions. His struggle to maintain a sense of identity, separate from the legacies of his father and his mentor, became a recurring theme in his public statements, a quiet plea for understanding amid the cacophony of online feuds. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of the feud began to manifest in unexpected ways. The entire incident shed light on the intricate web of alliances and rivalries that define the rap world. The fallout was not confined to the immediate parties involved. It spilled over into discussions about loyalty, respect, and the cost of fame. Industry insiders speculated about the future of these relationships. Would Lil Meech ultimately break free from the shadow of his father and his mentor? Or was he doomed to be perpetually caught between the conflicting demands of two men who, despite their influence, had very different visions for his future? The public reaction was mixed. While some fans rallied behind 50 Cent, lauding his unwavering commitment to those he cared about, others sided with Lil Meech, empathizing with the young rapper's predicament. Critics argued that the entire debacle was a textbook example of selective loyalty, where words and actions are conveniently forgotten when they serve one's interests. Boosie Badazz, for his part, found himself at the center of a maelstrom of criticism. Accusations flew that he had not only instigated unnecessary conflict, but had also positioned himself on the wrong side of a deeply personal issue. The irony was not lost on the public. Here was a man who had long decried the actions of snitches in the past, now being accused of throwing his lot in with a figure who many considered emblematic of betrayal. As the days turned into weeks, the intensity of the feud showed no signs of abating. Each new post, each new Instagram story added another layer to the complex narrative. The drama was further compounded by references to past incidents. Memories of old alliances and rivalries resurfaced, reminding everyone that in this world, history was never truly buried. Even as Lil Meech tried to navigate the treacherous waters of fame, he was continuously reminded of the sacrifices made on his behalf. 50 Cent's recollections of moments when he had bailed him out of trouble, of the guidance he had provided, during the darkest hours, served as both a balm and a burden, a reminder of the debt he owed and the expectations that came with it. In the midst of this unfolding drama, another subplot emerged, one that underscored the multifaceted nature of the conflict. Boosie Bazz's decision to publicly support Lil Meech was not just a simple show of solidarity. It was a calculated move that, in retrospect, seemed to be laden with political overtones. By aligning himself so closely with Lil Meech, and, by extension, with Big Meech, Boosie was making a statement about where he believed his loyalties, and his future, lay. Yet this stance was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it positioned him as a defender of honor and loyalty. On the other, it risked alienating a significant portion of the fan base that revered 50 Cent's no-nonsense approach to betrayal. Balancing act was delicate, and as the drama unfolded in real time, it became clear that there were no easy answers or clear lines of division. As the narrative continued to evolve, the public was left to wonder how the saga would conclude. Would Lil Meech be able to forge an independent path, free from the shadow of his father and the weight of his mentor's expectations? Or would he, like so many others before him, become another casualty in a world where allegiances are fragile and loyalty is a rare commodity? 50 Cent's retaliatory posts hinted at a future where the stakes would only get higher, and where every move would be scrutinized in the court of public opinion. His determination to assert control and protect those he cared about was clear, even as it opened the door to further conflicts and deeper divisions within the community. In one particularly poignant moment, 50 Cent reflected on his own journey, on the sacrifices he had made and the lessons he had learned about loyalty and respect. He recalled the times when he had put his own reputation on the line to support those who had shown him faith, and it was in those moments that his fury at the perceived betrayal was most evident. His recollections were a stark reminder that, for him, the issue was not just about a single confrontation or a momentary lapse in judgment. It was about the very essence of what it meant to be a part of a community that valued loyalty above all else. His posts, laced with both nostalgia and admonition, served as a clarion call to anyone who might be tempted to waver in their commitments. For Lil Meech, the public battle was a harsh education in the realities of the industry, a lesson in the unforgiving nature of fame and the price of loyalty. Each day brought new challenges, new pressures, and new expectations. As he grappled with his dual identity, torn between the legacy of his father and the influence of his mentor, he was forced to confront the hard truths about ambition, loyalty, and the often painful process of growing up in the public eye. His struggle was emblematic of a broader narrative, one that resonated with anyone who had ever found themselves caught between competing forces in life. The pressure to choose, the fear of disappointing those who had helped shape him, and the ever-present threat of public scorn All of these elements coalesced into a story that was as personal as it was universal. Even as the drama raged on, there were moments of quiet reflection, a brief respite from the relentless barrage of insults, disses, and counterattacks. In interviews, Lil Meech would sometimes speak of gratitude for the opportunities he had been given, of the lessons he had learned from both his father and 50 Cent. There was a sense of humility in his tone, a recognition that despite the harshness of the public eye, he was still learning, still growing. Yet even these reflective moments were tinged with a hint of sorrow, a melancholy acknowledgement that in the rap world, the price of loyalty could be steep, and the cost of independence even steeper. Boosie Badazz, too, had his own internal battles to fight. His decision to support Lil Meech was not made in isolation. It was the result of years of navigating a landscape where trust was hard-won and easily lost. His public stance was both an act of defiance and a calculated risk, a gamble that in the end might either elevate his status or leave him vulnerable to the same harsh judgments he had long condemned. As the internet continued to churn with debates and discussions, Boosie found himself defending not just his words, but the very principles he believed in: loyalty, honesty, and the courage to stand up for what he perceived as right, even if it meant going against the grain. As the narrative drew to a close for now, the future of this unfolding drama remained uncertain. The feud had reached a point where every new development seemed to open the door to further conflict, and every public statement carried the potential to ignite another round of backlash. For 50 Cent, the road ahead was clear. He would continue to protect those he cared about with the same relentless fervor that had defined his career. For Lil Meech, the challenge was to forge an identity that honored both his past and his present, to navigate the treacherous waters of fame without losing himself in the process. And for Boosie Badazz, the question lingered. Would his support of Lil Meech ultimately be seen as a principled stand, or would it mark him as a man who had overstepped his bounds in a world where every alliance was as fragile as glass? In the end, this saga is a vivid illustration of the rap game's unique blend of personal drama, public spectacle, and unyielding loyalty. It is a story where every word matters, where every tweet can spark a firestorm, and where the lines between mentor and family, loyalty, and betrayal are constantly being redrawn. As the rap world watches with bated breath, the legacy of these events will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on everyone involved. A reminder that in this business, the cost of standing up for what you believe in can be as high as the price of fame itself. For now, the battle lines remain drawn, and the echoes of this conflict continue to reverberate through the halls of the industry. With each passing day, fans and critics alike wait to see how the next chapter will unfold, wondering if Lil Meech will finally break free from the chains of expectation, if 50 Cent will further tighten his grip on his legacy, or if Boosie Bazz's gamble will pay off in a way that redefines what it means to be loyal in a world where every alliance is tested at the slightest provocation. The stage is set, the players are in motion, and as the drama continues to build, one thing is certain. In the rap game, the story is never truly over, and every new chapter brings with it the promise of another unforgettable showdown. Thus, as the narrative of loyalty, betrayal, and the price of fame continues to unfold, those watching from the sidelines are reminded that in this world, the stakes are always high, and the consequences, both personal and professional, can be life-changing. In the end, only time will tell which alliances will endure, which betrayals will be forgiven, and which legends will rise above the tumult of controversy to leave a lasting legacy in the ever-evolving tapestry of rap history.